Get your mobile databasing on with Bento for the iPhone, today on AppJudgment. AppJudgment is brought to you by Squarespace. Welcome to AppJudgment, Revision 3's mobile phone application review show. I'm Mauricio Balvanera. Now, many of you might find the need to organize a related set of information and a spreadsheet just isn't cutting it. For example, while I was working in Los Angeles as a music editor, I depended on FileMaker Pro to organize music for all of my shows alongside custom licensing sheets, time codes, composers, director's notes, and tons of other obscure information. I built some pretty complex databases because there simply wasn't any software available that could tackle this exact information. This is why I was stoked to see FileMaker Pro release Bento at Macworld a few years ago. And here we are today at version 3, alongside the release of the iPhone companion. Bento is essentially a trimmed down and cheaper version of FileMaker Pro that will suit most people's databasing needs. It uses a single table, no scripting, and integrates with Mac's iPhoto, Address Book, and iCount. For example, I have this database of Blu-ray movies available at Revision 3, courtesy of our HD show, HD Nation. Our gatekeeper and producer, Roger Chang, can now keep tabs on who has what disc just by making one modification to a Bento template. From the app, I can modify the order of these fields, add to the choices of names I've made available, even create new fields, like photo proof of somebody taking the disc. You can create this library and records directly on the mobile app. However, I made these modifications and created records from the desktop version of Bento, which isn't required, but I highly recommend. This way you can treat your iPhone or iPod as a field recorder and sync back at your home base. Now, if you take a look at some of the applications you may already be using on your device, some of them already behave as if they were simple databases. So I like to look at Bento as if it were an extremely basic software creative. We'll go over desktop integration and pros and cons right after we pay our bills.
AppJudgment is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is a publishing system for anyone looking to build a cool website, whether it's a blog, portfolio, a video site, whatever. And now you can manage your entire Squarespace site on the go with the new Squarespace iPhone app. You can post and edit blog entries, upload pictures on the fly, manage content, and access your site statistics all on your phone. Try Squarespace today for free with a 14-day trial. If you decide to purchase, use the code AppJudgment to get 10% off your order.
Syncing Bento on the iPhone to your desktop app is simple. Open Bento and tap the Sync button. This sync screen appears. Now tap Set up Sync with Computer. You're going to get a passcode screen with a unique passcode number. Now launch Bento 3 and choose Start Using Bento, and then File, Set up Sync with Device. You'll get the Choose Your iPhone or iPod Touch dialog box. Click Continue once your device appears in the list and enter the 4-digit code that's on your device. You'll now have the iTunes-looking sync page where you decide what libraries to move over to your device. Now, there are a few issues I have with Bento. One of the first libraries you get when syncing to your Mac is the address book. The library on its own is useless when you already have contacts on your phone. The library also takes a really long time to load. However, the real power of having the address book is when you start to dive into related records. Now, I'm a little disappointed that there isn't any basic scripting functions. But as long as you keep in mind that this is Bento and not FileMaker Pro, it's really not a big deal. The biggest bummer comes from the search record function. For example, if you want to do a search of somebody that lives on a particular street, let's say Bonnie Bray in this case, you're only going to get results from the primary field, even though I clearly have somebody that lives on Bonnie Bray in my contact list. It's also a shame that smart selections created on your computer won't sync to your mobile device. On the plus side, you can import existing databases as well as tab or space delimited text files. A huge pro is that if you go to the FileMaker Solutions website, there are literally thousands of shared templates to choose from no matter what your custom needs are. So, Bento is essentially for users who are looking to inventory their belongings or keep track of simple sets of information. I would recommend you upgrade to FileMaker Pro if you're looking to do more complex, scripted, multiple table data sets. The search function is a major strike against Bento, but it's such a common sense feature that I assume it's going to be fixed in future updates. So I'm giving Bento the download approval. All right, you got an app you'd like us to review? Send us an email at appjudgment@revision3.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or our homepage at revision3.com/appjudgment. Thanks for watching.